Well, he was the powerhouse of poultry from the 1970s through the 90s, making the Perdue name a household word.
If you want to eat as good as my chickens, you just have to eat my chickens. That's very good.
And we did eat his chicken. And now Frank Perdue's widow is sharing his wisdom and tough love management style to help other budding entrepreneurs and business owners as well. It's all in her new biography. It's called Tough Man, Tender Chicken. Joining us right now is the author, Mitzi Perdue. Good morning to you.
What a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Sure
my wife cooks out of your cookbook, the Perdue Chicken Cookbook. Particularly the chicken piccata is a favorite at the Ducey
You like
house.
that?
We love that.
Yeah, why not?
What a coincidence, because out of that entire cookbook, that was Frank's favorite.
Is that right?
Yeah. I made it loads and loads of times.
You know why? Maybe because you say he was a simple guy. It's a simple recipe.
Also true.
Straightforward, in fact.
Yeah.
You loved his leadership, right? I mean, I'm reading this book. It's life lessons, it's business lessons. What was it like being married? I mean, really, the king of all chickens here. But his leadership had to just be astounding.
I thought one of the greatest factors in Frank's success was, and even a big factor in his leadership, was that he was a teacher. In fact, my personal opinion, having interviewed 134 different people on this, is that his success in building a company from a father and son operation to 19,000 people by the time he died, that was based on his being a teacher.
Sure.
He was able to inspire and teach people how to do it right.
Well, I tell you what, let's glean some of the tips out of your book. One of the first things you say, that Frank said a lot, don't let your money get mad. What's that mean?
He was very unemotional about how he'd make decisions. And an example of that was, I remember a time when there was a contractor who I knew spoke really badly about Frank. Mm-hmm. Frank knew it also, and I was just amazed a few days later to see Frank signing a contract with this guy.
Doing business with him.
To do business with him. I said, Frank, you know, this guy is going around
bad-mouthing you.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What was his response?
And his answer was, the guy, you know, he has a good product, the price is right, and in general he's fair. Don't let your money get mad. You know, if he's the best person to do this job, sign the contract.
There you go.
Maybe it takes us into another point in the book, and I know he was never afraid of dissenters, always afraid to hear another opinion. But in the book you say, hey, don't take it personally.
Yes, and I thought that was another real ingredient of success. He did not surround himself with yes men. If you worked for Frank, and even you yelled at him, you bellowed at him, you're wrong, you should retire and go fishing or something, and people did say things like that to him. He wouldn't take it personally. He wouldn't hold it against them. He'd listen, and occasionally he'd change his mind.
Sure.
He did not like to be surrounded by yes men. He loved dissent.
Well, final tip we're going to share with folks today. Do things right, treat people right, be honest in your dealings, and the business will grow.
I was with him when he said that, and I can tell you the context of it. He often talked with students, and when he was talking with the students, they'd say, you know, what's the secret? What's the magic trick to success? And he'd say, there's no magic shortcut. You've got to do all these things right. You can't just wish that your company's going to grow big.
Sure.
You have to do the fundamentals.
Who needs Shark Tank when you got the Prince of Poultry, Frank Perdue's wisdoms, pearls of wisdom?
They sure are. Principles, not just for work and business, but for life. Great to have you here, Mitzi Perdue. Thank you for sharing such a gem for all of us out there.
Well, what a joy to be here on the curvy couch.
There you go.
Tough man, tender chicken. Love it.
Thanks, Mitzi.
You.
And thanks for your Sunday chicken recipe, too. That's delicious as well.
I'm going to try that.
I'm telling you, it's a great cookbook.